Hey, it's Patrick McGuire here with EmpoweredNutrition.com. Just want to give you an update. It's not really an update. It's talking about one of the questions I get asked almost all the time. How many calories should I eat to da-da-da-da-da? Well, this one is about how many calories should I eat to get cut. Got an email from someone just recently. They asked me about how many calories they should eat, and they think that they should be eating about 3,000 calories a day, and they're on a cutting program. The more important program that you're talking about is actually cutting. You want to get cut, you want to get ripped, you want to lose fat, you want to lose weight, you want to look lean and sexy and feel the same way. Not just look it, but feel great, feel empowered. Now, the only way you're going to do that is with a good nutrition program. You got to have a strategy and a game plan. Now ratios, we'll get into ratios later on, but I want to just basically say that if you're trying to cut and you're a guy, you're probably going to be eating about 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. And that's going to be going up and down a little bit. Even if you try to eat the exact same calories every single day, it's going to go up and down. 50, even 100 calories difference just by accident. Give you a little example is when I was cutting for a contest, I actually got really lean for 12 weeks. I was just shredded. And then I decided to stop taking track of my journal, my nutrition diary, my journal that I was keeping. And I took a week of casual rest, but I still stayed really clean. And then I took 3 weeks of eating what I thought was the exact same as my last 4 weeks before the show, moving into another show. And what I didn't realize is just by keeping that food journal, when I was cutting, I ended up having an extra tablespoon of peanut butter a day and an extra tablespoon of barbecue sauce every day. And that was enough to make the difference between being as shredded or more shredded than the last time, or 4 weeks before not being nearly as shredded. And that's a really interesting, just those 2 little tablespoons a day made that much of a difference. Now that's an extreme, but I need to help share that with you. I want you to have a food journal, and I want you to understand that at that point I was I got on stage at 204 pounds lean, and that's somewhere around the 4% body fat range. Might have been less, might have been a little more, but really ripped and lean and very muscular. And at 204 pounds, at about 5'8", that's a big kid, but being lean was most important goal. So to do that, I was only eating about 1,800 calories, 1,600 on some days, and I wasn't losing muscle mass. In fact, when I started the program 16 weeks out, I planned ahead and figured I would come in at 196 pounds and be the biggest light heavyweight in the class, probably the shortest too. But I ended up being the shortest and one of the thickest, most densely measured guys in the heavyweight class. Unfortunately, I was standing next to a guy that was as tall as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I came up to his chest, and it just doesn't look right. But I gained lean mass getting ready for that show, and that was on a very restricted caloric diet, as well as restricted carbohydrates, and I'll tell you more about that later. But how many calories should you eat to get shredded? Women, somewhere between 1,200 and 1,800 calories a day of a good carbohydrate controlled nutrition program, a strategy with good proteins and good clean fats. Guys, you're going to have a good clean strategy as well, and you're going to have somewhere between 1,800 and up to about 2,200 calories. If you're eating 3,300 calories on a low carbohydrate diet or a low fat diet to get shredded, you're not getting cut. You're lying to yourself, and you're trying to grow, or you're scared to give up the size in order to get the definition. And sure, the first 20 pounds of mass are going to look like you lost mass, but what you're losing is fat. The next 20 pounds, when you really get tight and lean and hard and shredded, if that's how much you need to lose, you're going to look awesome, and you're going to look bigger and fuller than when you were about 40 pounds heavier. For EmpoweredNutrition.com, I'm Patrick McGuire, trying to help you understand how many calories are right for cutting and fat loss. Have an empowered day. Take care.